Good evening, and you're watching Snappy News with Ewura Esi. My name is Ewura Esi Adda. The headlines: Pirates attack Ghanaian vessel, abducts Ghanaian fishing crew. Place visa ban on Kennedy Agyapong, Asepa tells US state government. MP warns NDC's Sammy Gyamfi hauled before the Privileges Committee. Now on the international front, Netflix to add video games on its service at no extra charge by next year. Now the news in detail. Pirates have abducted 9 crew members of a Ghanaian-registered fishing vessel in separate attacks off the Gulf of Guinea. 5 abductees in the first attack have been freed after an undisclosed amount was paid from a negotiated $1 million ransom demanded by the kidnappers. Those released include a Korean, a Russian, and 3 Chinese, who were all kidnapped on the tuna fishing vessel Atlantic Princess. 4 Koreans of a second attack are, however, still being held captive in Nigeria, with a $1 million ransom demanded for their release. They are crews of the Ewura Esi, another Ghanaian fishing vessel. A team of British consultants are currently in Nigeria to negotiate for the release of the 4 Korean captives. A manager of Atlantic Princess told the media in an interview that the pirates, believed to be Nigerians, were 7 in number and wielded AK-47 rifles. After shooting into the Atlantic Princess and damaging it, about 8 pirates abducted the vessel's Korean captain, 3 Chinese, and a Russian. The vessel was said to have been approached and fired upon by a skiff boat, small fast boat with 8 armed pirates on board. The vessel then stopped and 7 armed pirates with AK-47 boarded the vessel, he recounted. The Alliance for Social Equity and Public Accountability, Asepa, wants the government of the United States of America to impose a visa ban on the Member of Parliament for Asin Central, Kennedy Agyapong. According to a statement issued on Thursday, July 15, 2021, by the organization, Mr. Agyapong has continuously put the lives of innocent journalists in Ghana at risk, with 1 casualty already recorded and several others falling victims to his constant abuse and threat of harm against journalists. The executive director of Asepa, Thompson Mensa, who signed the statement, said, "The United States government has always taken key interest in the safety of journalists across the world and has always shown strict opposition in some instances, have imposed sanctions on governments and individuals who have directly or indirectly been involved in attacks or threats against journalists across the world." He cited the murder of Saudi Arabian journalist Jamal Khashoggi as one instance where the United States government has acted against persons who murder or threaten journalists. Meanwhile, the Speaker of Parliament, Mr. Alban Sumani Kingsford Bagbin, has referred the Member of Parliament for Asin Central, Mr. Kennedy Agyapong, to the Privileges Committee of Parliament, following an alleged threat he made against a journalist with the multimedia group, Mr. Erastus Asaredonko. Controversy is brewing in Parliament following a request by the second majority whip to the Speaker to refer opposition National Democratic Congress Communications Officer Sammy Gyamfi to the Privileges Committee of the House. Mr. Habib Idrisu, MP for Toulon, has the backing of MPs from the majority side for his motion to haul Sammy Gyamfi before the committee over alleged derogatory remarks he made against the Speaker of Parliament, which he considers to be in contempt of Parliament. However, the minority are kicking against the motion, arguing that the alleged comment by Sammy Gyamfi was no less than 5 months ago, and therefore questioned the urgency for which the majority want the Speaker to refer him before the Privileges Committee. They also fault Habib Idrisu for not consulting the Speaker prior to moving the motion on the floor, which they consider to be procedurally wrong. Indeed, some among the minority see the request as an attempt at equalization, following the Speaker's referral of New Patriotic Party's member and MP for Assam Central, Kennedy Agyapong, to the Privileges Committee upon a motion by NDC MP Al-Hassan Ohini, Tamale North. Kennedy Agyapong is facing the Privileges Committee for alleged abuse of privilege. Responding to the request, the second Deputy Speaker, Andrew Amakwesiama, said Mr. Idrisu came under the wrong order to move the motion. Now moving on to our international story for the week. Movie streaming platform Netflix is set to expand into video games on its service at no extra cost within the next year, widening from its bedrock business of TV shows and movies as the world's biggest subscription video service, according to a report by Bloomberg. It will move Netflix into a major entertainment segment, that is gaming, and has called out as some of its stiffest competition for your attention. Netflix confirmed on Wednesday that it has hired a former Oculus, Electronic Arts and Zynga executive, Mike Vedu, as Vice President of Games Department. A spokeswoman declined to comment beyond his hiring. That is all for today on Snappy News with Ewura Esi. Thank you so much for watching and kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't. I'll come your way same time next week. My name is Ewura Esi Adda. Enjoy the rest of your evening.